You may recall a story I told you about a few months ago. 4 bull elk that were trapped in a frosty lake. Fortunately for them, they were rescued, but recent social media posts about an animal that's trapped in the ice here at Hyalite, well, that animal wasn't as lucky. So let's talk about this warm winter and if it's affecting wildlife. I caught up with Sue and Louise, who were taking advantage of this not-so-snowy winter to skate up at Hyalite.
We heard that there was ice skating available, so we dug out our ancient figure skates.
Yeah, they had some mice droppings inside.
These ladies are no strangers to winter here in Montana.
Would you say this winter is kind of a weird one?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Louise would know. She used to be a wildlife biologist and says this warm winter could prove to be dangerous.
For the trees, for the animals, for the water, if it stays like this for very long, it's going to be problematic.
Louise is right, because recent posts on social media show an animal that fell through the ice and froze into Hyalite Reservoir. And after looking at the photos, I was curious if this has been a frequent occurrence with these mild temperatures.
Looks like dark hair. Could be moose, could be a dog, could be a wolf, could be any number of things.
I met up with Morgan Jacobson with Montana Fish, Wildlife and Parks. He tells me this specific incident hasn't been called in yet, but if it was, it's not a call that would surprise him.
It's a natural occurrence. There are animals that use these places to pass through, whether it's on a river or a reservoir. Sometimes it doesn't end well for the critter, but it is something that happens probably every year.
Although falling through ice can be common for animals, for humans, it's preventable.
Being aware of how thick that ice is and knowing that ice thickness can be different across the water body is important for people to know.
So always be sure there's a minimum of 4 inches of solid clear ice before getting out there, drilling holes along the way. As far as keeping animals safe, well, wildlife is on their own, but
another thing to keep in mind is if you have pets, to keep them close to you, right? So what you don't want is for your pet to go wandering out on ice that you haven't checked.
All advice Sue and Louise are sure to follow.
You just got to be really careful out there on the ice, for sure.
So they can enjoy the ice safely while doing what they love. At Hyalite, Cassidy Powers, MTN News.